In fact, you'll notice that this isn't heroes at all to my left. Or to your right. To my left, your right. This is Dota. And in the spirit of Thanksgiving, I thought I'd get on here and play one of my old favorites, Dota, for you guys. Stick around. I'm serious here. You are going to learn a lot about heroes, and if heroes is your very first MOBA, watching some Dota is going to help you understand where everything sort of came from, why maps are the way they are, why heroes work the way they are, why items are gone, why last hitting is gone, all these sort of systems that make up what a MOBA is, and what Blizzard decided to remove from it to make their own hero brawler. So in the spirit of Thanksgiving, we're going to play some Dota, we're going to be thankful for Heroes of the Storm, and everything that it's removed from the scene. But first, before we get into that, I do have an email here I wanted to address. There is going to be a lot of people playing Heroes over the course of this weekend. So, you know, keep your personalities in check. Don't lose your minds. It's going to be a little scary. There's going to be a lot of people who might have MMRs that don't reflect their current skill level. They've taken months off maybe. Holiday comes around. They're like, yeah, let's get together. Let's play some Hero League. And you might have some rough games. But I wanted to get some information out to you guys. Answer this email I got, actually. It's from Thorsten. He asks, Heroes League draft. I get the basics of different comps, picking heroes that are not easy to counter when first picking, and so on. But sometimes when you last pick, I know, for instance, my team needs a specific role, healer, warrior, DPS, but I'm not sure which one to pick. Maybe a kind of quiz tutorial for the other 4 heroes, and maybe, you know, looking at the other team, what kind of counters I could have in there. That is an extremely complex statement, right? I mean, how do you draft? It's not easily answered, but what we can do is show you guys some tools you can use that might be able to help you out. And for this, we head first over to Hotslogs. Of course, it is my favorite of all the websites. Keep track of yourself, your own win rates on your heroes. That way you can know what you're actually playing, and if you actually have the skill to play it. So, before you even think about drafting, first thing I would do is go to your quick match screen and click all the little buttons up top and see all the roles you have, and then cut it down for two of each. Really, you can probably get into your head enough that you only can pick one, right? Like, really think about it. If you had to pick one tank on Earth, one assassin, one support, one specialist, which ones would they be? And that should be the one you're picking all the time when the role comes. As you get higher into leagues, you know, you get into that 15 range, going upward, you are going to have to pick more meta heroes because you want to take that pick away from the enemy team, put it on your side. Let's say you go to Hotslogs, you check out your win rate versus other heroes, you see that you lose 60% of your games against Kael'thas. Well, guess what? Kael'thas is your man. Take him. The enemy team can never get him. You can never lose against him now. That 60% loss is gone because you picked Kael'thas from the get-go. So, from that rank 50 all the way up to 15, just play what you're very, very best at. But if you need some help getting a draft going on, this is a site that can help. Team Draft Helper. This is going off of win rates right now. Actually, the highest win rate in the game is Tyrande, weirdly enough at the moment. If we select Tyrande there, we see that she has a 54% win rate, and we see what the next win rate is with her in combo. So if we pick Tyrande Lost Vikings, of course, we're going to go down from 10 to, 100,000 games played down to just 2,000 because not a lot of people play Vikings. So if we skip Vikings here, we can get a better idea of what we're looking at. Here, let's pick Raynor. Okay, perfect. A 59% win rate as a team of Tyrande, Raynor with 30,000 games played. Perfect. And then we can, and if your last pick and you don't really know what to pick, let's say you get all the important roles out there, then this tool might be able to help you. Otherwise, it's more just for information's sake. You're going to do like, let's put together a beautiful team. We got Tyrande, Raynor, Johanna. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some burst damage, some Jaina. And then you can see how we're already down to 862 games here. And it doesn't know what to give us because there's just not simply enough games played. If we were instead of Thrall in here, 81% win rate, but we're down to 11 games. So this is a tool that can help you figure out your draft if you just have no idea what to pick at the end. But otherwise, it does get limited the deeper you go. Of course, if you pick nothing but the tops, you're going to see a better chance of having up. But here, even we poop out at just 3 heroes picked. So that's one site that could help you out. Hunter's Mark is really strong. I was thinking about that last night, why she was so high, and that's it. It's just, we've all been hit by the scaling map differently. I don't really understand all my health values yet. I don't understand fully the damage I can deal yet in a combo, because everything's sort of changed by jumping us up in stats from level 1 to level 8. So it makes sense that something very surprising like Hunter's Mark is just coming out of the side, 25% bonus damage, and everyone goes, I don't know what my health is, and they die. So Tyranda's doing really well right now. The other site we can check out here is Heroes Counters. Now, this is heroescounters.com, and I'm at the team picker. Now, Heroes Counters is a little bit different, but it can also help you build a team. Heroes Counters is crowdsourced. So Hotslogs, people upload their replays, it pulls the information off of there, and then we get, the stats. And all we saw on Hotslogs here is raw stats. Tyrande wins X amount, combined with Raynor, she wins X amount, and we add heroes onto it, and all we get is this statistic. On Heroes Counters, this is all just opinion. So people go over to the Heroes Counters page, they pick, oh, I want to see what Artanis is good against. Cool, here's a bunch of opinions. I can agree or disagree. And you see the votes are rather small. I mean, even with 117 votes, that's still not everyone on the internet. But this is another tool that could help you. Basically, what you do on this site is you have your 2 arrows here. And let's say the enemy team first picks, let's go with Brightwing. All right, so now we have a value for Brightwing. Good against. So people have voted on this site for Jaina to be good against Brightwing. Is it true? Sometimes. Could be, right? But let's give Jaina to the enemy team. Cool. Now we've gotten sort of some more information into the system, and it says Nova should be our first pick if the enemy team were to pick, Brightwing and Jaina first. Not that, like they could. Of course, we would have some sort of pick out there first. Let's go ahead. We'll give ourselves a first pick, Rexar. So then they pick Jaina, Brightwing, and the site still tells us that Nova is an excellent pick here. So we can go and pick her, and then it suggests Muradin. Cool, not a bad looking team. So for the other side, let's go ahead and give them, they're going to need a tank. Let's go ahead and pick out, we'll get them Johanna. That's a good looking team. Let's go ahead and we'll give them Murky. And then something, they need a little bit of melee damage, some cleanup. But with a Brightwing, there's not too much they can do. Let's go ahead. We got Burst. We'll give them a Kerrigan. So as you saw, as I added these various heroes, some heroes' values went up. And this is suggesting that this hero would be a good counter to them. And of course, what you can do here, just to make the suggested team, boom. Who knows? Like, this is just what people think. It's a tool. It's a tool for you at home to understand some drafting, but it's not, it takes time. And the other problem with Heroes Counters is that it doesn't clear itself every time there's an update. So this information has built off of previous information entered into the system. This is probably not accurate today's scaling test situation, which is now live. So there's 2 sort of tools for you to use. Of course, as we get into next week's solo Q&A, where we're actually going to be getting back into Heroes League, we'll have Towers of Doom out of the way. We'll have Cho'Gall, who has had 2 weeks to sort of ferment. The people who really want to play with him and stick with him will by that point. If we get Lunar at that point, it's not such a big deal because she's not such a ridiculous character. She's kind of a ranged DPS along the same lines of Avala or Sylvanas, actually. So she won't screw with the game as much. We'll just, move right on and do some Heroes League next week. Cool. So I hope that helps you out. Heroescounters.com and, of course, hotslogs.com for those 2. All right, so in the spirit of Thanksgiving, as I mentioned at the top of the show, we are going to be playing some Dota. Now, of course, we need to find a match. We're doing all pick. This is going to be all heroes that are available. There are many, many heroes. one of the funnest things to do with Dota is imagine what they were in Warcraft 3, because this is an evolution of a Warcraft 3 mod. Now, just look at some of these heroes, right? Here's our Pudge. Pudge is our Stitches, right? Basically the exact same thing. We got hooks. We got stinky smells. We got, dismember. It's more useful than the eating. Oh, we're ready already. Excellent. Look at that. Look at that ready. Isn't that sweet? Heroes needs that for sure. Just waiting on 2 people to accept there. But then you have like Anti-Mage, which is Illidan. It's very fun to go through Dota, not only the models, but the different abilities, and kind of see where these heroes evolved from in the past. I am going to keep the stream set to Heroes of the Storm, because we're going to be talking about Heroes of the Storm while playing Dota. So stick around. Of course, Dota is a bit longer of a game. Most games run anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. Usually 45 minutes is kind of the big cutoff here. But gotta get into it. Of course, only one map. There's only one map in the entire game. It's the map. It's evolved since the inception of Dota. And, well, they move around a couple trees. Sometimes they reposition the shops. The items you can buy sometimes change with different patches. It's been a while since I've been in this thing, so I'm expecting some changes that I don't quite understand. But from the get-go, we're going to have to buy some items, and we only get one ability. We pick one of our 3, and all of our abilities level up as we put more points into them, just like the old Warcraft 3 game when you were playing as Arthas, or whoever your hero at the time might have been. Yeah, gotta get that laning going, man. And I do miss laning a little bit in Dota. There was time to build these really interesting stories, because if I'm, interacting with the enemy, with 2 of the enemy teammate, or even one of the enemy teammate, over that 15 minutes, 25 minutes, we have this rapport going later on when we get into fights. We target each other a little more, maybe ignore each other. Select a hero. Here we go. Oh,
10 seconds remaining.
Guess it's just a bit of instructional.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm not sure what the countdown's for, but we're going to pick my old favorite Venomancer when we get to him. Go ahead and select him. We can see everyone up here. You see lots of people selecting this sort of Death Knighty looking guy, Abaddon.
Your turn to pick.
That is because he's the first letter in the alphabet, AB, so people haven't quite selected their new guys yet. And this is just letting me know the highest MMR guy on this game. And he's usually counts as the leader, which means his pings have a little more weight. They come out with a special sound, and just kind of helps new players to follow the leader.
Your turn to pick.
Cool, well, I'm going to go ahead and pick this Venomancer. Get it for my team. I do play support. Now, support in this game is a lot different too. You're going to actually have to buy items to turn yourself into a support. If for some reason I go on a mad killing spree, even though this character plays more support-y, I will transition into the carry. It's kind of an odd concept, but because I have so much money, because I'm killing so many people, I can afford the stronger, more dangerous items, and I will make that switch from support to a carry. You can see on the enemy team right now, we got the Brightwing equivalent. We have Kael'thas, Invoker, as he's known in this game. Rubik really doesn't have a 1-to-1 at the moment. That is Legion Commander, who I guess you could say is Johanna. Not really a 1-to-1. Actually, in Warcraft 3, it was the Knight on Horseback. Sort of the Alliance unit. But, of course, I mean, John Cena here has selected the Abaddon. Abaddon, great tank. Death Knight on horseback. What did his model used to be? Arthas on horseback. Bet you can't guess this one. This was that hero you bought at the tavern. This is the Alchemist. Was he called the Alchemist in Warcraft 3 Frozen Throne? You'd buy him at the tavern. Had a little dude on his back. Big old ogre guy. Of course, who's this ice wizard, Jaina. Actually, Asmodean doesn't have a 1-to-1 because he wasn't in Warcraft 3. My Venomancer here, you can, take a second, look at the model, think about it. What do I play in StarCraft? Zerg. He was a Hydralisk in the old game. Cool, looks like we got a Juggernaut on the enemy team. That is the old Blade Master model. Lots of spinning. Lots of doing lots of attacks. In quick succession. Ooh, and we got ourselves an Earthshaker. So we got some great stuns here. Actually, all throughout. I'm more of a slow, supporty dude. Earthshaker used to be a Tauren. The Tauren chieftain.
The venomous one.
Now, one of the things we're going to have to be careful about here, playing Dota, is I can select other people just by clicking on them.
Our enemy is crushed and our victory assured.
It looks like I'm having
Strategically, this one's in the bag.
a little... My graphics are a little low. Why did my graphics get set to low? Am I looking in the right place? Oh my goodness. That's too many options. You know what, we'll just roll with it.
I have known from an early age, since the event of one's first and greatest revelation, that this one would be.
Now, if at home you're deciding to pick up Dota, you think it'd be fun,
30 seconds to battle.
you can do these sort of pre-builds, and you just go over, you select this, you find a build. I've already made my own build in the past for this guy that I really like. We've already got a courier, something else you'd never have to worry about at home. Let's see, and do we need wards? Nope, we're good, we're good. So, let's roll. And I am heading top?
Agitation.
I guess
Battle
they're top?
begins.
Where am I off to?
To the fight.
I don't know. It's a long walk wherever we go.
Going.
So the only reason these are hovering up is because I can build my own builds before I get in the game. I've gone through the system.
My
Okay, I'm heading top, Didn't really communicate too well. It looks like we're good to go. 2 mid, kind of an odd situation, but it happens. Look at that, there's a little dog. She's got a little dog. I don't know why, but she's got a little dog.
Yes.
Well, welcome to Solo Q&A. We're only playing one Dota game in the spirit
With
of
me.
Thanksgiving. We're going to play some Dota and be thankful for all the wonderful things we no longer have to deal with, such as the laning phase here.
Yes.
So is my job to dance around that back. Oh, missed my deny. So basically I need to get last hit only to get my monies. And then what I also want to do is hit these guys before they die, hopefully denying gold and XP to the enemy units. So you just kind of dance around. You don't attack the lane at all, and you just try to make sure that flies through the air at the perfect moment. There we go. Slight deny there, though. Let's see if we can get another one. And one more.
As you say.
Got another guy going in lane here. Let's see if we can deny. Oh! Crystal Maiden got the deny for us, meaning they didn't get the gold or XP off of that guy. At least not full XP. Now, of course, everyone's quite dangerous with only one ability, so you got to do lots of dancing around. Take things real slow.
Attack.
Oh, there's
Like
a...
I'm the only one that's gonna harass, or both ranged here.
Vile advance.
I mean, if you want, man. I'm just trying to do my last hit business.
Attack.
There it is, there it is. All right, now we pick our next ability. Poison Sting.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and get ourselves a tree. That's how we heal in the early game. There's no Hearthstones. We have to buy every Hearthstone
Sweet
we use.
toxin. As you say.
See if we can get... Oh, a crit strike there. All right, let's see if we can get another hit. Oh, yeah, last hit. Sweet gold. Saving up for 500 so we can get our boots, which means we can move faster. There is ways to affect your movement speed through items in Dota. You cannot mount up or anything fancy like that.
Quick as venom.
And we'll just slither our very slow way out of here.
Yes.
Towers are really strong in Dota. Never really want to get in range of them. Here comes Earthshaker. I guess he wants to perform a gank of some kind, but... Another deny on my box. Let's see if we can get that sweet last hit. Oh, there's a bit of slow for him. Juggernaut spinning mean he can't be affected by spells, but we have him locked in with Earthshaker. Earthshaker actually gonna fall here, and so am I. Well, that was a poor gank. Not really a gank when you hang around waiting to the last minute. I'm guessing that's Traitor Azax, and by no means am I a traitor here. We are merely appreciating
Agitation.
We're merely appreciating heroes more. So
Yeah,
here we go.
I'll leave you. I'll leave you.
Going.
I guess I'll go mid. Oh, no. All right, he's porting bottom. So we'll take top. That's a better lane anyway.
You have that ward still, right?
A touch of venom.
I'll get some wards here in a moment.
Going.
Dota games usually last about 45 minutes. And this laning, I mean, look how long it takes me to just walk back from a death. A little bit of sight being given by these wards here, which is going to be my job to buy very soon. But here we go, level 3, we made it. We get our third ability finally, which is a Plague Ward, which you'll see why I kind of love Gazlo so much. Because boom, it's basically Gazlo. So there's a nice ward there in the woods, letting me know where everything is. We can pop down another one here, give it a target to attack, but it will favor me if I'm attacking it. So we basically dance around. It's too dangerous. These towers are so dangerous that as long as it's got a target, we can attack it, but otherwise, need to be very careful. Here they are closing in on me.
Yes.
We can use our wards to get a little bit of sight, just to keep things safe.
Quick as venom.
Aw, see, always friendly, the MOBA scene.
Yes. Agitation.
See if we can get ourselves a sweet last hit. Nope, not happening today. Perhaps we got another one in us.
Violet dance.
But like, look at this. Like, this is what I need to be doing. This is what I should be doing. In fact, I shouldn't need, now that Earthshaker's in lane, he needs money more than I do. So we're just left kind of dancing around.
Envenomed.
Care top.
All right, we got incoming.
Care top. Care top. Look.
ETC. Earthshaker did not, I guess, hear the conversation go out. Now we're gonna use our courier because items are so much fun. I'm going to have to, let's get ourselves a ward. Now that ward is in my bank. It's actually back here in the base. I have to use the courier here, this flying dude, to bring it to me.
With vim and venom.
Now the courier can die, so I got to be careful that it doesn't fly through enemy territory and get killed.
Good job. I ganked mid. I'm sorry, man.
A touch of venom.
Did you hear that? So that was Crystal Maiden, our Jaina basically. A little more supporty than Jaina. He was apologizing for ganking mid. He was very upset. He had to let his friends know that he didn't intend to gank mid and kill a guy because it stole XP from our mid. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes. Violet dance.
So we're missing top. Again, I don't want to kill these guys because I need Earthshaker to get a bunch of gold. I love gold too, but
Yeah, Jug is along with Puck.
let's go ahead and we'll get ourselves a new ward up. That gives some sight, allows us to see incoming guys coming down the river. The river is a big sort of point of contention. Right here and here, random little runes spawn that give buffs. Almost like Mario Party or Mario Kart little boxes.
Going.
And
Careful, Lava. I'm making this.
oh yeah, got another
I'll wait
another
back.
deny.
Take that farm.
You don't get any gold, don't get anything special for denies. They're just good to do. Upping the damage on my primary slow here. But looks like we do have some incoming.
2 bot room. Care.
Impaled.
Your bottom tower is under
And the big
attack.
thing we need to watch for, much like 10 in Heroes, is 6. 6 is when we all get our special abilities.
As you say.
My blade is swifter.
Alright, I got 500. Let's see if we can build my boots a bit more. So you can see I only have 6 item slots down here. Going for a wiggle through the trees, a good idea. Ah, Juggernaut though, reaching that 6. He's level 6, able to ult on us too. Means he teleports around to everyone and then ends up, well, killing me in that case.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Let's go ahead and
Lucky I was where I was.
we'll take the
Like a blight, I return.
I'll take the voice sound.
I'm sure he was confused on what to do with the lanes.
Vile
All right.
advance.
Let's get back in lane here. Need to get our 6. It's a long walk, but we don't have the money to teleport. Oh, actually we do. I guess that price got reduced. Well, that's fancy. But I'm already walking.
There's 2 mid.
I'm already walking.
My venom flows.
So unlike Hearthstone's, your town portal scrolls can be used to teleport to any friendly building. Another sick deny there.
Touch of venom.
Oh, he died like once or twice. But, it'll be good.
Missing top.
Agitation.
More dancing. More good old-fashioned dancing.
Going.
Trying to get those sick denies off. We got Rubik coming in. Oh dear, there's the Brightwing equivalent.
With vim and venom.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, so this is known as a bit of a feed, right? Juggernaut is 100% a carry in the old sense. The more money he gets, the higher damage he's going to do. He's going to get aggressive items all the time. With
Your top tower
Earthshaker
is under attack.
and myself dying to him, he is getting more and more money, and things are going to start getting really dangerous here, so we got to be careful. Trying to beat Theros, trying to save Earthshaker, didn't work out for me. In fact, let's see if we can't just leave him to his own thing. We'll go bottom for a bit.
Regeneration.
He's pushing a tower here. We can get that down, possibly. Get us some XP for the team.
A plague on our foes. Yes.
Use those words to deny area, just like heroes.
Rubik is mid.
Again, Abaddon needs the money more than I do. I'm kind of a support character here. So we just kind of hang out and dance until such time that we are actually needed.
Dire structures are fortified.
Vile advance.
Oh, let's wiggle. Let's run.
The enemy's bottom tower is being denied.
Well, we got a tower here.
Your top tower is under
I'm still not 6, which is good. It's actually okay. I'm not 6 because I've been getting other people XP. Exactly what we want to do. I gotta just wiggle my whole way back home, though. Once we get there, we'll buy myself a town scroll.
Your
Let's
bottom
see.
tower
We're
is
still a
under
little
attack.
light on money to complete our boots. So like I said, I only have 6 slots here. That's sort of the limiting factor in how heavy a carry you can actually be. In this case,
Touch of venom.
we're trying to get the Belt of Giant Strength, which is going to combine with our Gloves of Haste and our Boots of Speed to make a single pair of boots. And once we have that, we'll be a little bit faster. We can go ahead and ditch this mana, and we'll go ahead and get some more wards for our team. Let's go defend top. And this will be good. No one else is around. No one else is around. It's attacking a tower, so we get to go. Oh, isn't this awesome? We finally get to attack things. Actually, I should control myself. Still try to get those last hits. It's the only way you get gold. The tower did too much damage there, so I actually did not get any gold off of that. XP for sure.
Yeah.
It is slow. It is a slow, drawn out kind of game. Let's see. We can put a nice ward there. That'll help. I like this Abaddon. He's a bit nutty. Needs to be careful though.
With vim.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Now we want to be... Yep, that was just a bit of wiggle. Oh! But that comes in. That big old wave. Here's a nice little recap of the damage that killed me. Something we'd all like to see in Heroes for sure. I took pretty minimal damage from the Juggernaut there, but it was this big old illusionary orb that came through and destroyed me. And of course, every time I die, I lose a little bit of money, which puts me behind. Of course, and then I don't want to walk back across the map because we're behind again. So I have to use a teleport. Things take longer yet again to kind of regain the footing. I'm going to teleport mid here, help defend that.
A touch of venom. Plague our enemies.
Let's see.
My venom flows.
Click on Crystal Maiden here. She's got words. Excellent. That's good for us. Means we don't have to buy them for a little bit. Now, I do have to be careful with these wards because these wards... These wards give money whenever they die.
Yes.
So I got to make sure I'm just not throwing them away willy-nilly. That is one fancy-looking Invoker skin. Oh, and there's a tornado. Oh, and there's a stealthy. A little too busy looking at the fascinating skin, though I do like the sort of eyeball Saruman thing going on, but I am feeding. As they say, 5 deaths, 0 kills. Not helping out too much. As a support role, my deaths aren't as bad as something like the Earthshaker. He needs to be cleaning up more. But not exactly in a good position here. Let's go ahead and we can help out.
Abaddon, take the safe lane farm, dude.
We'll defend this bottom here. See if we can get some of those sweet last hits.
You missed him. You gotta get him.
There we go. Yeah, some XP, some gold coming our way. Oh yeah, now we're back in the rhythm. Max damage on my main damage ability.
Almost there. Got him.
And there's, if I push this out too much, if I were to kill, and this is a good concept for heroes actually. So if I were just to go hog here and push out my whole lane, you know, not help deny my creeps like I just did, I'm helping kill them, which means that the lane is going to stay pushed out. It's going to stay towards me and further onto my side of the map. So one of the problems that can happen in Heroes is you show up, you clear a lane. That means you have now pushed it back into enemy territory, meaning they have an easier time farming up the XP that's coming towards them. So very important in Dota that you just kind of take your time. Don't push completely far out to the enemy side so that you can have safety here. Because right now, as you can see, I'm kind of safe. Like, there could be something that comes around this corner, completely destroys me. But for the most part, by keeping this lane back and underkilled, I guess you could say, I'm actually doing myself a favor. Here's one guy coming against me. Of course, he's a carry, so I got to be real careful that he doesn't just teleport on me and kill me, but he did. He's level 11. Oh my god. Level 11. Level 11 to my 8. We're falling a bit behind here. Of course, every time I die again, I'm losing gold. So I'm having a hard time keeping in this game because I need that gold to complete my items to keep going. And I'm going to have to spend yet another 75 getting my teleport to get back in the fight on time. Let's go ahead and defend the top.
Taste my venom.
It's a bit of a dangerous situation yet again. Oops, wrong button. Wrong button, it's been a while. Oh well, at least we'll get some sick gold.
It's in my nature.
Nope, 3 of those guys actually got last hit by other things like the creeps and the towers.
Yes, 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 yes.
Crystal Maiden's having a good time.
Well waned.
Oh dear me. Oh dear me. I'm about to get just destroyed again.
Cursed antidote.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, hey, we got a
Enemy's
kill.
middle tower
A tower
has
died. We
fallen.
get some money
Yeah,
from
I
that.
know you're having a hard time, but
Trying to change lanes, trying to find good places for myself to be, but instead I'm just feeding. And don't feel good.
Your top tower
Stay
is
dank,
under
bro.
attack.
Thanks, Phoenix. I appreciate that.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Let's see, what do we get for this? Yeah, we'll go ahead and sell the healing item we're not using and complete those
Your
boots.
top tower has fallen.
19 minutes into it. Holy heck. Oh, this is bad. This is not a good show of my skills.
Quick as venom. Agitation.
You move like a blue heart glacier.
And that's a nice little stun from Earthshaker. Abaddon's still going, actually. He's got the levels to wail on him, though. But, oh, gonna get picked up by the Invoker there. And hopefully... Oh dear, nice teleport. Jeez, he actually takes him out. That was close.
As you say.
All right, well, with him down, I think I might be safe to get into this lane a little bit. But really not at all.
Going.
Which kind of
Your
means
bottom
that
tower is under attack.
I sit. I'm gonna go...
Radiant structures
I'm just
are
gonna wander
fortified.
around through the woods. I'm a liability at this point. You know, it happens a little bit,
Your
and here's the
bottom
storm when
tower
you're
is
4
under
levels
attack.
behind, but you can still go take one of those mercenary camps. You can kind of get yourself back in the game. But in this case, I am so low. I'm at level 8 compared to, you know, other levels. We got 12s on the enemy team that are just gonna destroy me.
With vim and venom.
it's gonna be on their side, not our side. Never mind. Alchemist.
Vile advance.
Oh shit.
Yes.
And of course, by losing in the early game, I've communicated, like we talked about body language so many times, that I am a prime target, I am too low, and they're definitely going to continue to come kill me. Here's a situation where Crystal Maiden's just getting completely surprised by that invisible Legion commander and just gets destroyed as well.
Impaled.
Focus bot.
Agitation.
There's a Juggernaut killing my wards. He gets a little bit of money each time he kills one of those. Could you imagine if Gazlos had to worry about their turrets because every time an enemy would kill them, they would get gold or XP?
Venom.
That'd be dangerous.
Makes stack.
All right, cool. We're finally getting some money here. We can get some of our really sort of early game items that have become our late game or mid game items here.
Attack.
And this is kind of what you do. Like, you don't want to attack something, so you do A, and then you see if you can get that last hit. But again, I shouldn't even be doing that. I should be giving all this to Abaddon. In fact, let's go hug our Abaddon today.
As you
This looks like there's something coming down the way. We got a bounty.
Unstoppable.
We don't want to take that. Oh,
Is under attack. Your bottom tower is under attack.
we didn't want it. So that was a bounty room, was going to give us bonus gold and bonus XP. We didn't want to take that because I am support, and that'd be a waste. There are other heroes that would benefit more from having that sort of thing. There I was locked down by the Bright Wing Equivalence ability. It's a very cool ability. If I leave the area of it, I'm going to get stunned and take damage. So I had to stay close. Of course, when the giant rain from the sky from the Legion Commander came down, I was stuck in the area, and it blew me up just like that. I know, I can't mount up. I can get items, I can stack items to increase my movement speed, but some heroes are just gonna be better at movement speed than others. In fact, every hero in this game has a different movement speed in numbers.
With vim and
So
venom.
my items are frankly awful, but let's see if we can't. Maybe we'll get 2 gloves of strength, kind of help fill ourselves out,
Your bottom
get
tower
ourselves a
is
little
under
bit of health
attack.
there.
Sweet toxin.
I can put 2 runes at bottom. 2 wards at bottom.
All right, a level. That's good. Made to level 9. Let's get ourselves some bonus passive damage. So buying items is the equivalent of choosing talents, or do you get them with levels? So the points I put in here are my sort of talents. I'm investing more. As you can see, I want a lot in Venomous Gale because it increases my overall damage. I only need 1 point in my wards because my wards just give me wards. I'm using them more for sight than damage. And then I want my passive slow so I can help get heals, ideally. Or kills, ideally. Items do work more like talents, though. That is what the item system
Radiant
was removed and
structures
turned
are
into.
fortified.
Imagine if you're level 1...
Your
Oh, dear.
middle tower has fallen.
A touch of venom.
Feel a thing.
With
Oh, I gotta be careful here. Alright, Abaddon's here. We don't really have much mana to do this with, but maybe we can add some auto attacks. Got hit by the Invoker wave there. Hey, that was a good move, but here comes that Juggernaut with all his sweet carry money. Gonna end up getting me killed. These guys, though, are pursuing, and these guys have gotten the gold. They're on level parallel, so they are getting to get the kills. So by me playing really safely in the background for the entire time, I am helping these guys to get more XP, get more money, and in fact, they just got a full team kill. Now they're gonna try to go make something of it. Just like heroes, if you take out all these buildings here, you get catapults equivalent, but you also have a range barracks and a melee barracks, and if we destroy these, it buffs our range and melee creeps. Kind of a cool mechanic. I've always liked it about Dota. So this is our melee creep walking down the lane, and then 1 range guy. So when you get in here, you should kill these little barracks too, the tower, the 2 barracks, and then you get some more push power on your team. I actually got some gold by participating in that fight. We'll go ahead and grab ourselves a healing item. That'll be good, help out some people. And then we'll get ourselves... Crystal Maiden's doing such a great job keeping up on the wards. I'll go ahead and get ourselves some...
Behind me is fucking. Let's see.
So I'm just going to hang out by Earthshaker here. I want to stay out of XP range because I don't want to take any of the XP he's farming. I just want to hang out by him and make sure that he gets out safely if something were to attack him. So it's a little dangerous. We can assume there are enemy wards. We got a double damage rune there. Ends up going to that Invoker. Let's get ourselves out here the safe way because we are still levels behind. Gotta take the safe walk. But we're doing pretty decent. Alchemist has enough money, or well, he's working towards getting a Heart of Tarask.
Care bot.
Quick as venom.
That's a really big tank item. Probably equivalent to you know, one of your level 20 sort of talents. So here we're just hanging out. You know, we're making sure Crystal Maiden doesn't get ganked by anything invisible. There are no like stealth characters on the enemy team. Legion Commander, this pink character up here, bought an item that can turn her invisible for a short amount of time and increases her damage. So we got to be careful here.
Going.
Make sure we don't get ganked. Again, you know, he's what he's doing is he's pulling. Every couple of seconds, well, every minute or so, new enemies spawn at a camp like that. The camps are only for money. There's nothing else to get with them but money. They don't push when you kill them or anything like that. But by pulling them out, they respawn again, and then there's 2 stacks of them instead of 1. And, you know, that's better for farming. It's very antiquated. It's a system that's evolved over time. I mean, look at Crystal Maiden me here. We have nothing to do.
Violet that.
We just have to play careful. In fact, I think I might go defend this bottom, but someone else should do it, because if I get the gold, that's gold that's sort of wasted on someone who is, you know, just farming up money. Or farming up, you know, support items. So I'm going to help out here, mainly by denying my own guys. Maybe get some XP hanging out with Abaddon here. But we're going to let him get all the money. We can get going on this big old thing. That'll help out. There's one of those catapults I talked about.
Good job. Oh no, sorry.
So we'll get back in line here. Actually, we'll stick around and we'll support this Abaddon. Make sure that nothing dangerous is coming in on him. In fact, we can do a little bit of sight right there just to make sure nothing invisible comes through and ganks us. That'll be safe for the future. Escort him back. Nice and farmed up, making sure he, you know, survives anything he runs into. The original version is still played, yes, and still gets updated rather frequently. Of course, not like the old days, but there's some Dota purists out there who still enjoy the old version. Looks like we might have a push forming top. Got lots of sight in this middle area, so, you know, maybe we'll start building a little ward wall here for when that pushes our way. But again, we're being careful. 12 kills behind. Just gotta be patient. Yeah, there are some heroes that haven't made it into Dota 2 yet. In fact, they're moving pretty slowly these days. Seems like maybe 2 or 3 heroes a year. Pit Lord, one of my old favorites, still hasn't made it into the game. But I'm not sure they want to put him in the game. He's kind of a one-trick pony. It's all AoE all the time and doesn't really contribute anything else useful. Again, we're going to let him go. We don't even want to stand near that. Don't even want to give him give around the XP. Let's see. Probably want to go for this Force Staff eventually. So we'll go ahead and pick up the ring. We'll use the courier to bring it to myself so I don't have to walk all the way back to the fountain. But, yep, just hanging out, not getting XP, not getting gold, because that's what we need to do. We need to make sure these guys are as powerful as possible when we do break out into the next carry fight. Looks like we have some damage raining out. Let's be careful there. Empowering his next basic attack with that slam. Crystal Maiden waiting in the trees, seeing if we can get a gank off that of anything that comes through. But it looks like not today. So we're just gonna hang out. There's a pixie ball. Drums fire off, which means we have bonus movement speed, which means we're kind of moving in, getting a little aggressive here. All right, we're all grouped up. We got Abaddon in front. I need to just watch my own buns, because as long as I can survive, I'll be able to contribute a little bit. 4 seconds till our next ward. We'll put it out behind us, just to make sure nothing comes around from the side. There goes Alchemist. He's heading for bottom. We'll go ahead and join them on that. Actually, I'm going to go defend bottom here.
Your top tower is
We're
under
holding out
attack.
for another 1,000 gold. It's going to be a long time till we get that.
You guys are alone in the jungle. Oh shit, it's me!
A touch of venom.
Your top tower is under attack.
Nice job. Oh, we got to be careful here, though. That's a Juggernaut. He could kill me very easily. Luckily, he is scared off sort of by destroying his own tower. And that gives us some poison damage. You can see how slowly these turnarounds are. I'm walking. Whew. Bit more gold. Feels good. Let's go ahead and we'll put another ward up there just in case the Juggernaut's waiting for me. Let's see if we can get last hit. Oh, yeah. 78 gold, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
My venom flows.
With no one else here. Oh, there's quite a few dudes in those woods there. Let's see if we can help out Yellow. He's getting picked up. Our wards will get us all the last hits we can need right now. There's 1,000. Now we can get ourselves a Force Staff. A very early game item if we hadn't died so much.
Watch this spot. Yes. Agitation.
Alright, well, nothing really going on here. But, you know, we got Yellow here, Abaddon, farming the middle. He's going for the Lotus Orb, good item for him. But, you know, so we need to make sure we don't touch him, don't get near him. I guess at this point, he might have enough XP. We could probably hang out by him, steal a little bit of XP. Maybe get ourselves a level or so.
Quick as venom.
Looks like we got some incoming bottom, though. Let's see.
Impale.
I'll go knock out that bottom. Alchemist able to take the slightly more aggressive route, since he's level 20 compared to my 11.
And venom.
Regeneration.
Let's go ahead and we'll put ourselves a ward right there. Just to be careful. I don't really want to take that path again. Let's see what we're holding out for. 900 again, so we'll go ahead and use the courier. It's not currently used, only one person can use it at a time. Here comes that flying flying toad making its way. Very long ways away though for me to slither with this fight breaking out, but I think I'll make it in time. Of course, we want to make sure that the courier is not right on my tail. Cool, we got our item.
It's in my nature.
Snagged myself. Oh, Crystal Maiden's still going. Nice job, Crystal. Yeah, we're owning. I just pwned. So now we make shit happen. Let's get ourselves.
As you say.
That's probably a better idea, but we're already bottom, so with Invoker still up, he can easily destroy me. He's a very powerful Kale Thossi wizard. Not quite a one-to-one by any means.
With vim and venom.
Invoker has an extremely difficult and very unique playstyle. If you ever played Magicka, you've basically played Invoker. You sort of combine the Now that's an ability that everyone can do once in a while to fortify their buildings. Need to be careful here, though. That destroys all my mana. But we got a heal here. We can give it to the Earthshaker. And we still got 4 seconds. Get ourselves some more towers here. Let's see if we put out another heal.
The enemy's bottom barracks has fallen.
And things are starting to respawn. Mainly, I'm afraid of that Juggernaut, so I'm going to get out of here.
My loyal ward.
The enemy's middle tower.
They're all respawning. This is quite dangerous for me. There's an invisible Legionnaire. But that gave me some kills, which means my item now has charges on it that I can heal people with. This is where it starts getting a little complex. Technically, right now I have 5 buttons with an item that has an on-use ability. But you can see how much my money's gone up as we start to destroy these.
The enemy's middle barracks has fallen.
These various barracks.
The enemy's middle barracks has fallen.
All right, I think we're out of time. Let's get ourselves back. Cool. All right, well, we'll complete our 4 staff. Well, we'll upgrade to a Ring of Aquila. Give some auras to our teammates. That'll help them out. We'll go ahead and pick up the Observer Ward. And then we'll get the Courier to bring it all to us.
A touch of venom.
All right.
Yeah.
Got myself a Force Staff. Let's go ahead and put that on my F1 button so it's nice and easy to use. The Ring of Aquila is going to give some mana regen to my teammates. Oh, nope. That's Abaddon's. I was going to take it, but he's the one who needs it. He's the carry, so I'm just going to walk away. Let's
Enemy's
go
top tower
put
has
some
fallen.
wards up. Let's go put some wards up. In fact, I think I might get my own Shadow
With
Blade.
vim and venom.
There's a Rune of Haste. We'll go ahead and grab that for our teammates. Let them know it's here. Oh, we got a purple. Nah, she's not the carry. She doesn't need it.
A touch of
Yeah,
venom.
she's going to go ahead and grab it just to make sure no one else can. Whoopsies, wrong button. Wrong button yet again. It's been a while. Whoops.
Yes.
But a fight won't break out for a while still.
Going.
And let's see. No wards at the moment. So we'll just kind of lay some of these guys down and around. Make sure no one's kind of sneaking onto our half of the map. We got great map control, though. Of course, you can see how these guys are actually sort of physically bigger than the other lane minions. So we'll go up here and we'll support these dudes as they farm up on the enemy's side of the map.
Venom.
And we should buy some items just to make sure.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and we'll get our Sage. That's a bunch of health, some damage for us. Pick that up in a moment. Fight going down here. Let's not get hit by that. And a nice little escape by us.
Watch this spot.
This is where you'd hearth, if you could. But looks like we're going to turn ourselves back around. Got a little bit of regen going. I'm going to go ahead and grab that Sage in the background. So if I die, I don't lose gold. I bought my items. I've already spent my money, so there's nothing to lose. Let's see if we can get him. There's Alchemist, still going for it. We'll see if we can help him out a bit. I can give him a push. Give him a little bit of healing, perhaps.
A touch of venom.
The enemy's top tower has fallen.
Oh no, I got caught.
The enemy's middle tower
Well,
has fallen.
I didn't lose a lot of gold. That's the important part here, is I already spent my gold, so there's nothing to lose. All right, so we're 41 minutes into the game. I'm guessing this is probably going to go another 20 minutes or so. This is a pretty intense game. But you can see the ridiculousness of it, right? I mean, I love this game. This game is my high school, college, and a good couple, basically until Here's the Storm came out, this was my jam. But you can see what I'm sort of reduced to. When I end up losing, I got to be real careful, hang in the back, and by not getting XP or gold, I'm helping my team achieve victory. You can see how they've started catapulting up. We got Alchemist, level 24. That's pretty darn good. Enemy team only has a 19 on them.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and get ourselves the wards. Help out our team again. Got a lot more health now that we got the Sage. That'll help out.
My venom flows.
Cool, we'll go ahead and we'll drop it there. That'll be a good place for it. Keep an eye on those runes. Top's breaking out. Very much without me, that's a shame. But again, we have their barracks gone,
You say.
which means we have a bit of power. We have lane control, basically. And they're stuck in base, continuing to defend their core, which will be attacked by the pushing minions. The Thing about it, though, is those minions are pushing in, and they are giving gold to everyone there, and of course they're hugging right next to their shop as they do all that. So it's a dangerous time. It doesn't mean we've won by any means, but if we can get all the barracks down, that means we get mega creeps, which is why you're continuing to see these guys push the top lane over and over again. Oh, no! Luckily, we got our carry here. Cleaned up right for me. Alchemist needs to calm down, do a bit more damage. That's 2 carries gone on the enemy team. You still got Invoker to deal with, but they're charging in on him right now. He's dead. So this could be... I guess I baited, right? Like, they wanted a juicy Venomancer kill. I guess I baited Legion Commander out and ended up getting her killed. Again, a great button. I can see exactly what killed me. Direct attacks and some Maelstrom damage. It was actually, she used her dual ability here where I am forced to attack her for a certain amount of time. And look at this. They saw an opening, and Alchemist completely buffed, completely carried with 1,000 items and all the gold in the world. Ends up winning the game.
Victory.
So there you go. Oh dear. Well, what? Steven Seagal's ponytail? I don't even know. I guess someone completed compendium challenges or something. Oh yeah! Got myself some items. Prayer beads. Which are actually kind of cool. I like the way items work in Dota here. Yes, I will accept. I can go... Let's see. Actually, I don't even know where I go anymore. Oh, I guess it's customized. So I would go to Juggernaut, who's an agility hero. Let's see. Where are you at, Juggers? Juggers, there he is. We can customize. We can dress him up. And this is one of the things I do like about the skin system for Dota. It's all divided into items. So I feel like I can kind of build my own guy. I really like, I like this mask. Maybe I wouldn't like the full rage set if I had it. But so I can kind of slowly, build my own. Let's see. Wrap of 1,000 Faces. That's kind of nice looking. Yeah, we're gonna go with that wrap. In fact, we can change his pants. Yeah, we got some fresh pants. I guess those are fancy pants. We'll keep with them. Get ourselves our sword changed out. Demo the hero there. Just for funsies, I can run you guys through some of the models here. We got ourselves, of course, the Lich King on horseback. That tavern hero I was talking about from Warcraft 3. Ice Elemental, Ancient Apparition, one of my old mains. Really, really loved him. Anti-Mage, this is your Illidan character. Literally an anti-mage. As he attacks, he destroys mana. A very cool concept. Axe, can you guess who Axe is? Axe is Hellscream. The old Hellscream model. Bane was that sort of purple elemental. I really like Bane. Not very good at him, though. Lots of single target abilities. Leaves you very open to get destroyed on the background. Troll Bat Rider. I mean, what models was this in Warcraft 3? Here's your Misha and your Rexar, except for it's Beastmaster. And you summon animals that actually stick by you and are controllable, kind of like Lost Vikings, rather than having a permanent bear on the field. Actually, it's Lone Druid. Bloodseeker, we don't have a one-to-one equivalent yet. He used to be the old shaman model in Warcraft 3. I mean, bounty hunter, sort of a classic, kind of the Zeratul. Not really, actually. Oh no, Brewmaster. Can you guess? Can you guess who Brewmaster? Well, he's Chen. He's Chen, of course. Bristleback. Yeah, you can imagine, looking at this guy exactly. Little screaming pigs from Warcraft. Very cool character. Broodmother. This is kind of your Zagara. You lay down a bunch of webbing that allows you to move faster, gives you regeneration, but also makes you invisible. Broodmother, a very cool kind of carry that I used to be pretty darn good at. I mean, just all these skins and sort of the mix and matching you can do is just one of the highlights of Dota. Centaur was just a giant centaur. Chaos Knight. This was the orc horseback guy who you fought, and I think like it was like level 1 of the Alliance campaign. Someone named Chen, who's not Chen. This guy, did he used to be Thrall? I think it is Thrall, actually. I think this is Thrall on Mountback from Warcraft 3. Clix was just a skeleton, just a little archer skeleton. You can imagine Clockwork here. That was Clockwork, basically, Warcraft 3. Here's your Jaina character. Oh, I guess this comes with a little decorative dog and you fly. Well, if I wanted to spend $34.99, I could have this sweet skin. Darkseer used to be one of the corrupted... It's not Draenei. What were they called? The Black Temple dude was one of them. Walks you through. I forget his name. Very cool guy. Dazzle, of course. Your troll priest. Death Prophet was a banshee. This was the Thrall model. So who was? I don't know. Doom was a Doom, a demon that you got from the spell Doom. Dragon Knight, as you can guess, was a knight that turned into a dragon. Not really any relation to Akama. The Broken. That's the one. Thank you, guys. Drow Ranger. Like, hey, hang on here. It's Sylvanas, of course. Marksmanship is her ultimate, which actually just adds more damage. But you have, like, a silence ability. You got aura, frost arrows. Really frustrating hero. Earth Spirit. It was one of the splits of the Chen. Of course, it's, split into 3 different pandas. So each one of those panda models was used independently. Earthshaker was the Tauren I talked about. Elder Titan. This is ETC's model, actually. In the old Warcraft 3 game. Very, very, very different from ETC. This is one of those pandas I was talking about. Can you say Lunara? Because this is what I thought the second I saw her leaping along. Blizzard's actually done a pretty decent job making her unique. But still, Enchantress, Drow, for the trees, all that sort of thing. Enigma, of course, was the Warlock summon. Void Caller. Faceless Void was one of those tentacle things. Back in the day, he actually had eyes. He just had the Cthulhu mouth. Actually, here you can kind of see something more in lines of his original Warcraft 3 model. Faceless Void plays a lot like... This is actually probably the closest thing to Zeratul nowadays. Gyrocopter. If you played Warcraft 3, you remember this model. Huskar, Troll. Invoker. Here's our Kael'thas. Here's a Wisp. A Wisp became its own hero in Warcraft 3. We started running out of models as the game went on. Two-headed dragon. Not a two-headed character. Nothing like Cho'Gall. Here's that Juggernaut we got owned by quite a bit in that last game. Keeper of the Light was, of course, the wizard on horseback. Kunkka, someone you'll probably hear referenced a lot. He pops up in a lot of different sort of memes for Dota. Very powerful pirate hero. There was a pirate. I don't remember his name in Warcraft 3. Legion Commander, very unique, but kind of like, not a one-to-one with Johanna, but I would definitely kind of put her in the same spot. Leishrak was, of course, Cenarius. Nothing like him in game, but used the Cenarius model. Lich! Oh, what? Kael'thas, of course. Ice Lich has an amazing ability. If you want to get into Dota and you want a first hero to play out that makes you feel like a badass, Lich is pretty darn easy to do. Chain Frost, much like Chain Lightning, but it can bounce back and forth to multiple heroes. Have 2 heroes standing next to each other. Bounce, 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 bounce. Both die, usually. Got Life Stealer. Of course, a ghoul model. Ooh, these are getting pretty brutal. Oh, that one's actually quite tits. Fire Wizard. Basic model. Lion. Lion was... Oh, yeah, just one of the, like, corrupt sort of red-skinned orc wizards. I guess it'd be a warlock. Here's Lone Druid. This is who I'm talking about when, you know, you kind of have your, not a one-to-one, but you have a constant bear companion. Yeah, Cheesy Bob, it was Jaina's father. But you have a constant bear companion. You are like a, so kind of have transform ability, which is nothing like Rexar. But, and you control each independently. As you saw in the game there I played, I could click everyone as I wanted. This was, of course, Night Elf on Catback. Here's our Lycan, our Greymane, soon to be in the game. His ultimate, his level 6 ability is to turn into the werewolf, and then he runs around for a little bit, a time duration, and ends up getting some kills. Of course, Greymane's a little more unique, at least by today's standards, right? Magnus, I mean, this model just kind of moves throughout all the different World of Warcraft expansions. Got your Lady Vashj. Meepo is going to be your character that is most in line with Lost Vikings. Except for Meepo, as he gets his level 6, he copies himself, and you have more and more copies. And if one dies, all of them die. It's kind of like hardcore mode Lost Vikings. This was your Tyrande. Has some Starfall-like abilities. A very popular older character. I'm a little surprised we didn't see her. A water elemental, of course. You know, why not? Naga Siren, sure. Gotta use the Naga. Nature's Prophet, here's your Furion. Or Malfurion. I believe he was just called Furion in this game for a long, long time. Kal'Thuzad before he got transformed. Love this guy. Probably my favorite sort of character to roleplay as, walking around as this old-style lichy dude. Night Stalker, a delight as always. Oh, what's it's a new Brack. It's a new Brack, everybody. Ogre Magi, here. Well, Cho'Gall, again, not controlled by 2 players here. And man, here's our Uther. Let's speed this up, but yeah, we keep going. Kind of Artanisy. This guy's quite new. I have actually no idea what this dude does. Outworld Destroyer was a obelisk. Was it an obelisk? They break and then they turn into flying dudes. Obelisk Destroyer? Is that right? Am I going back in time far enough there? Phantom Assassin was your Lady Which Hates Illidan? Man, there's so many heroes in this game. Phoenix was a Phoenix. Here's that Brightwing equivalent, Puck. Of course, our Stitches. Skeletal Mage. Oh, Succubus, you know? You remember those guys. I mean, some of these dudes just kind of look one-to-one. Rubik doesn't really have. Sand King. Sand King was... No, he was just one of those random scorpions. One of those random scorpion models. But you get the idea. Oh, man, look at you. It's been a while, Shadow Fiend. Oh, my God. Someone got a graphical upgrade. I know that was a long time ago, guys. It's been a while. I've been into Heroes. But holy hell. Oh, man. This guy looks like a badass now. This was your Vol'jin. The Blood Elf Hunter dude, you know. I don't know what the Skywrath Mage was. Like, oh, I guess he was a Harpy. One of the Naga. This was your Murky. This is your Murky right here. Didn't play like Murky at all. Was more of a rogue assassin and had no special death capabilities. Sniper would probably be most on point with a Raynor these days. And this was, of course, the thing that Lady Which Hates Illidan spawned as her ultimate. Another Turin. Like, you get the idea how this game sort of evolved in the background. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. So many heroes. At any rate, Thanksgiving. Let's all be thankful for all the things that have cleaned up in Heroes of the Storm. The fact that we can continue to participate in games, even if we're behind, have those sweet sort of comeback moments all throughout. But now we're going to get to some actual heroes, guys. Thank you, Shadow Song, Miev. I always confuse her with Midev, right? That's the wizard's name. Thanks, Blizzard. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get into a game here. I'm going to start up a custom game of Towers of Doom. So please, feel free to join me. I will shoot out an invite into the chat here. If we have 10 people, If we look like we're getting about 10, we can do a full custom game. If we're a little light, then we'll just play versus some AI and get used to the new map, because that's important. It will happen. It will come up in Heroes League. Mid-Ev, yeah. Well, you know, he turned into a crow a few times. Probably ate some roadkill. Went straight to his head, you know. All right. That is the correct chat, one who seeks. Sending out the message there. Cool, man. I'll see you on the far side, Trelamin. Karsus, good to see you. Let's get you in here. Just need 2 more. Looks like Cheesy Bob just entered the Nexus. Oh, you are level 24. Well, you're in the EU, right? One who seeks. You're just playing over here on the Americas for funsies. I'm sorry we miss you, RyCP. Cheesy Bob, get your buns in here. All the learning. Let's get our learn on today. And let's go ahead and we'll get the Towers of Doom loaded up. We can give ourselves an AI here if we're missing one more. Just one more, guys. Anyone want to help out? Oh, Otokar, but... Wait. Are you the German guy? Why are you working? Isn't it like midnight for you or something? Oh, that's rough, Gorath. As my face is kind of in the way of your message. But yes, Gorath is having a rough time. Heroes League, no one knew what to do, of course. Gotta take these times, you know. It's my favorite. It's my favorite mode. I love Heroes League. I hate having to wait. But, you know, you gotta play smart. Play smarter, not harder. Ooh, Revenwolf. I wonder if he is both Revan and a wolf. We can draft against computers. No, we can't. Nope, we got one who seeks. So, Julian, do you want in? Are you saying you want in? We'll invite you if you want. If you want to join. Do you want to join? I don't know. I don't know if you do. Sweet. Cool. Let's add some AI. Let's make them elite. We're just doing normal here. So, Towers of Doom. We can expect that it is a full objective map, meaning we don't really need some of those sort of win conditions we talked about in the previous episode. We more need to just make sure that we have presence, have some zone control. Otherwise, I think we'll be okay. We got a Tyrande and a Medic. That looks pretty good. That'll be good for the... I think this is pretty darn good looking. But is there anything I would like to practice against computers? Let's see if I... Oh, wait, we can't complete any quests in this mode anyway. So let's do it. Let's play some Gazlo.
Anyone order a one-man wrecking crew?
Cool. Towers of Doom coming right on up. Protected cores. Both cores are protected by a barrier that cannot be attacked by heroes. To be victorious, you must activate altars. Periodically, altars will raise across the battlefield. Activating them Activate them to have your bell tower fire upon the enemy's core. Claiming bell towers. Destroy your enemy's towers to bring them under your team's control. Actually, it's just the forts that you destroy, but all the same. The more towers you have, the more damage your altar will do. And it seems to be 1-to-1. We did some experimenting with this last no-show after show on the PTR. Of course, the scaling changes were on there as well, so it was a pretty confusing little throwdown. But we'll get some practice here on Towers of Doom and get ourselves ready for next week when we'll hit Heroes League with determination.
Choose a talent. Prepare yourself for battle, heroes.
So watch out for this. This opens, I think, just at like the 14-minute mark. There is no sort of condition that causes this portal to open, but it takes you from the mid, or from your base all the way into the middle here. And it seems like both sides have the same tunnel open, and you both exit in the exact same area. So I don't really know if it'll end up getting used. Looks like we're doing some double support top. Bit odd, but, you know, whatever. These elite AIs don't know what's going to hit them.
Let the battle begin.
Scrap reduction. I'll come take mid. I'll help out. Well, maybe I'll float. I'll be a floating Gazlo, you know? Alright. Well, you know, we'll just lay some turrets here, and then we'll go help out bottom. So mostly what I want to pay attention to is just kind of figuring out little tricks. Ideally, I want to destroy some forts. Of course, it's only the fort that I keep. If I destroy this wall, these towers, they do not come under my control. Of course, I'm being a little, you know, lazy, a little aggressive just because they're computers. I don't show them the same respect as real people. But we're burning through the tower ammo pretty fast, which is good. Why not do it a little faster? I'll just keep dropping stuff there. Almost through that entire tower there. And we can hug this sort of top. So there's our first altar. It's a 25-second cooldown from when it gets going, so let's see if we can hearth out and make it in time. With this aggression in the bottom lane, I think we'll be fine. But there's a Brightwing coming in on the Zebo. Might be a little busy for the ETC. Howdy, learners. Glad you made it.
Go forth and claim the altars in my name.
Oh, Infernal Shrines is out of rotation. That's odd. Maybe they're having some sort of issue with Cho'Gall on that map. He seems very powerful. It looks like they got it in the background, actually. Maybe my... Oh, no! Oh, no! Maybe my lack of fear towards the computers is unfounded. They're coming for me. Again, not really interested in taking this well here because it wouldn't put me up top anyway. I can keep it for later for another situation to come up. One of the interesting things about the mercenaries on this map is when you take them, they go push the lane, but the second they see any sort of fort, keep, whatever have you, they're gonna charge it and suicide into it, actually. Because since it's not gonna push towards the core, they might as well instantly die once they reach the first fort they come across. So we'll get ourselves some pumpkin men here. We do have a boss on this map. It is the Headless Horseman. He spawns right in this area right here. But since there's, again, no core to push to, he just turns into cannon shots, basically, and fires on the enemy core. And unlike Blackheart's Bay, where there's this kind of health pool, on the core. You can see up top that's just a point value. Currently 4 points from the altar has been fired upon our core. So let's go ahead and we'll build the zone here.
We must strike this hero down.
Actuators online.
That would be powerful to take out that Nazebo, but I think we have incoming. There's the Butcher going on me. It's a good choice for him. Hey, that's some good math right there, but make sure nothing just turns around on me and kills me. All right, we'll drop a little action here. Pick up my scrap, and then we'll channel. Looks about as long as any other channel in the game. We'll do slow since we're fighting outside of lane there. And we fire 4 shots because it's 4 plus the addition of any towers you control. So let's see if we can get that bottom port that we've already kind of worked on a little bit. That cackle means the Headless Horseman is now on the map. Now hid in those bushes there. It's like Sonya maybe looking to get some kills in. One thing I really like about Gazlo against melee is that they have to come to me, first of all, and then I can just drop my bomb underneath myself when they finally do come to connect. Usually they have to abandon, which means they drop their DPS for a bit. See if we can get the whole lane. With all these lane minions dying here, I'm actually getting a surprising amount of scrap. I'm just wailing on this building here because it does give me scrap when it dies. Plus I'll have a wider area to get out and that'll be nice and safe. Got my scrap, which means I got some cooldowns. Cool, and that builds over time, but immediately becomes a cannon. That's interesting. Good to know. So once that thing is at full health, it'll become ours. They will have to destroy it to walk by it once again. Actually, on this map, nah, Gravity Bomb wins games.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So we got 2. Of course, pretty obvious, I think we want to take the one on our side, or on their side first. Kind of like mercenaries. And then we'll deal with the one on our side that's a little safer to take. But I think Gazlo will do pretty, I think it's a pretty good choice on this map.
Claim the altars in my name.
Computer's actually back out. Wow, they're going for ours. Sneaky Asmodan. Oh, wow. Bit of a wombo combo there. Now, I'm not even sure if the... let's see if we can get ourselves a Sonya. Got 2 levels up. Here comes Kerrigan. Nice shot. So I'm not sure the Headless Horseman is soloable on this map. The little bit I've tried, it seems like he might even do a percentage of health or just a huge crap ton of damage when he attacks you. I've not been able to solo him on any character.
Actuators online.
Tyrande is really good right now. I think she's always been in a good place. It just takes a skill set, and people have kind of evolved that skill set now. And Tyrande's going to be real good. Top win rate at the moment. But looks like they destroyed our bottom fort there, taking it back for themselves. It is rebuilding. You can see the health going up, and it'll once be theirs. And did they re-get their tower when that happened? That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Well, I guess we'll keep a look on this top one to see if that's what happens. Let's see. So it pops up. No, I guess we just left the... Did the tower fire on the fort? Just getting some sight on the far side of that wall. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's all ride. Oh, Tyrande choosing to walk. Too cool for the medevac. I guess in this situation, we should probably take mid first, maybe? I'm not sure. Kind of tempted to go whale on that tower there to answer my own question, but we'll stay calm here. Get all the kills. There we go. Now from the safety. And these mercs should help us out. Getting that last, another tower for ourselves. We can watch them do their suicide run here. Need to get my scrap. Dead butcher. Throwing their little pumpkin bombs. And then they just run it, and that's quite a bit of damage. I mean, there's really no animation to that thing. They just haul ass and take it out. And of course, walking past this line means certain death. There's really no reason to. Let's see if we can get ourselves a Sonya. All right. So yes, there's these crazy cannons here. Don't even walk past this line. Just don't. Maybe it'd be interesting to try out.
I can handle that.
But we're doing pretty darn well right now, of course. Got 5-3. Got some mercenaries here, so let's get them to connect with the fort. There they go. No splash damage on those guys. Interesting to note. Just raw tower damage. And then the tower blew up. So how did that tower in the bottom? It's back. What's going? Am I just missing this? Am I just missing the part where it builds extra towers? And the well? I destroyed that well.
Let us capture this mercenary camp.
Yeah, but now it's just a fort, huh? I'll have to watch for when.
We should take this mercenary
Oh.
camp.
Let's see if wow, this thing's going down pretty darn fast.
The Gravekeeper claims another tower.
And there is an okay, so it's not like a last hit thing. You still stand on it, and there goes the sort of special pumpkin bombs. How many? We got 18 to. All right, so it's the 12-minute mark. At the 12-minute mark, the tunnel is open. They walked behind us and got it good. Yeah, so it rebuilds the fort in the well if you retake it. Well, that's interesting. So I guess you need to take it out. Oh, hey, here we go. Nope. Oh, butcher. Get out of there. So if it's on the enemy side of the map, when they take it back, they get their tower and their well. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it could be. It could be very lethal. Here, I'll walk for you guys. I will walk into it for a second. That was just a second. Just a second. I didn't want to die. But you will die. Yes, push people into there, and they will be dead very quickly. Does this work the other way? No, it does not. So you cannot sort of use it as a Hearthstone. All right, let's go ahead and get ourselves some more suicide guys. Escort them to their proper location. So I guess what we really want to do is sort of Well, I mean, we can fly there, medic, but yeah, it's cool, man. Thank you, though. It's a very kind offer. But I lived right around the corner. So I guess what we want to do is make sure we take these forts right as... There goes a little suicide guy. So we take the fort right as we get these. Okay, there we go. There we go. So we got an extra point. Yep, cool. It takes a couple seconds, but we got the extra point. Oh, this looks good for us. There we go.
Triple kill.
Oh, spiders. I guess we win off at the back of this one. And this will be 5. Bombs away. Or bells away, I guess it is. Sweet. GG. Right? Zealotalk, but they have to be there right, they have to overextend to that point in the first place, don't they? And maybe that won't happen. We'll see. We shall see. I enjoy it, right? I think it's fun. We'll bust out, let's bust out one more here. So if you guys are good to go, stick in the party. Looking for one more here. And then we'll call it a day. I really want to try out, see if I can Misha solo that, solo that dude. Yeah, stay out of the kill zone. Plus, you talking about the other heroic? Oh, the pool one, you mean? So they're pretty far out, and then you pull them over the top of you into the kill zone? I mean, anything that relocates heroes is going to be a pretty big deal there. Sweet. We got Daribo. Awesome. All right, guys. I'm going to try to solo the boss when he comes up. Let's see how it goes.
Call of the wild.
Oh, Artanis is so short range, though. You'd have to practically be touching the edge in the first place. Kind of one of the big problems with Artanis right now is that is he has to be so close, which means to make really good use of your swap places abilities, you have to take the charge, which means your level 16 is kind of auto-picked, which means you don't have a lot of talent diversity. But you know me, guys. You know, I like to believe in Blizzard. I like to think that they're gonna make things better with time and make the right choices. I don't want to tell them, you know, how to make their heroes. But Artanis, just take Zealot Charge and add it in somewhere. Replace my Q. Maybe add it to W. I understand that's a lot. That's a lot of power. So, you know, I understand there'd have to be some give and takes there. But Artanis needs Zealot Charge. It's a quintessential part of the character. Even in, it's very funny playing Legacy of the Void. And he's in there with very different abilities. Some that kind of feel the same, but other ones that are just like, damn, Artanis, use a badass.
This is why I prefer the company of beasts.
Hero basic attack. So no use taking that. I think we're just going to do Hunter-Gatherer. Are they... No, they got themselves a Rhaegar.
The battle begins in 10 seconds.
Trollo build? What is the Trollo build?
Let's move. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Cool. I'd like that being me very happy. I really, really like Artanis. I really enjoy his Q right now. His dash is pretty darn neat. A Q build. Oh, okay. Some flame strike action.
Misha.
Like if you were to go to my hot slogs right now and see my most played heroes over this sort of quick match stint learn to play era, it's half Artanis right now. I love the guy. I love the fantasy. We want to take out the the general here first and foremost. Just a little stun. Just a little stun. Another general. Oh, bear down.
Our paths converge.
Asmodan really I feel like got a lot of loving in the scaling map. His low level slams are pretty incredible now. There she is. There's the girl.
I've got the scent. My fang and claw. Misha, join me.
Rexar also feeling really good after the scaling map. Let's get that general again. Oh, damn. Them guys down there getting nuts. Walking. We're walking, Misha.
Sells heroes.
Alright, Misha's basic attacks heal her. More effective against minion. I guess we'll do effectiveness. We want to kill the thing faster. That sounds good to me.
Misha, to me. Charge. My fang and claw.
Alright, we got some stuff popping up. But I am out of mana. So we'll go get maned up and then we'll join our friends. Probably should have reacted a little faster, but I want that general down.
Go forth and claim the altars in my name. The Raven Lord demands it.
You should play him again, man.
Shrug.
Rexar's feeling real good these days.
Core.
Let's see. Moving in. Looks like we're doing just fine down there. We got ourselves a false dad. Just one more, Misha.
Good effort. I wander alone.
This realm
All right.
and mine alone.
Eh, we got some dead. And not a lot of time, but they're computers. We'll get a little risky here. Can always back out. Actually, I'll just stand in this bush here and let Misha do all the work. But we need a straight line to cast the thing. So we'll get Misha to fixate there, and then we'll charge over. One more should do it.
My fang and claw.
Cool. Let us escort those. Oh my goodness, a couple bot, aren't there? Misha is off to glory, as Misha often is. Nice. Ah, come on. There's a little snag. Nice.
A good fight.
All right, what do we want to kill? Increase men pet duration, ranged attack, basic attacks. I guess we'll do bird of prey since we're going for that. Seeing if we can kill a boss all by ourselves. All right, Misha, let's go.
On the prowl.
So when does the boss pop? Is the other question. Guess we'll just do a little loopy here while we think about that. And we'll just head back over and take this out. Come on, Falstad. One more touch. You got it, Misha. Nice job. Ooh, there's a little bush here. We can experiment with Misha. We can send her in. She does okay, but still, you know, if I was a tank, I wouldn't want to take half my hit points and damage. Oh, looks like the boss popped. So I guess at 5 minutes.
Take the altars and put an end to the Gravekeeper.
Let's go ahead and grab our well before we invest in something crazy. Even 3 levels up, probably a good idea. we go. We got him. Nice. You know, Misha does pretty decent tanking that. I don't think I'd have any problem doing it by myself. Wow, yeah, Misha's doing fine. Well, no, there is a monk. Never mind. There is a monk nearby healing up Misha quite well. I'll try soloing that next time. Yeah, oh wow. Just getting into Brightwing? Yeah, actually, can we? Oh my goodness, no, 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 no. We want to get out of here. Come on, Misha. Let's go, baby. Wow, they're a bit grouped up, aren't they?
This has been stolen.
14 seconds. Alright, well. We got Diablo here. I can be a ranged assassin for a little bit, I guess. Well, and Polymorph in the Age of Kogal. 2-for-1 spell. Brightwing's definitely going to see a lot of play, and I'm sure her win rate is up quite a bit. Cool, we got our little mercenary dudes. We're walking. And actually, I guess we'll connect here. Pretty far out range that they get pissed off. But I guess you can have something that crazy powerful when these forts can be retaken. Cool. Well, that would make... We got top, we got bottom, so yeah, that's 6 and only 2 for them if they take it. That is a little snowbally, isn't it? Maybe. Basic attacks, movement speed, charge, Misha, direct damage. We'll do wildfire.
The path is long.
Just kind of waiting to see if anyone comes by, I guess. Oh, well, there's Falstad. You done messed up, Falstad.
To all who serve the Gravekeeper, the altars have risen.
Wow. Poor computers. There we go.
Keep it up, healer.
Enemy team.
Let's see how long we have until that boss up top. 2 minutes. I mean, well, we might have won by then.
On the prowl.
We should destroy this.
Nah, sure. I'll be a team player.
Is mine.
Well done.
As it
Let
should.
us press onward.
All 6 towers are mine. Lay siege to the Gravekeeper.
Let's move.
What? I fired a bonus one? I don't know why. Wait. Oh. Wait, when we take all the towers, it just starts doing it? Yeah. Oh, damn. That's kind of nutty.
This way.
Wow. Talk about snowballing for sure. Yep, 11. I mean, we do have to defend against this area that we can't even really get by. Ooh, hey, there's little ghostly hands. Do we have ghostly hands? We do. I mean, the tower, it fires actual shots, but... Wow. Wow. Poor computers.